Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, then run it back. Run it up, run it back. Run it up, then run it back.
Good morning and happy Monday. Welcome to Run It Back. We're one guy shy today. Boogie's not here with us this week, but we've got Lou Will, Chandler P, and myself. Did everybody have a good weekend?
I like your sweater.
Okay, that's a weird start.
It'd be nice.
No, I tell you I don't like you before the show starts, and now you try to kiss up on me. No, that's cheating.
Kill you with kindness.
That's cheating on camera. Okay, we're gonna get things started right. Oh, we had a lot of fun basketball to talk about. We're done. We're going to start with Orlando and Houston. Here we go. We got a little overtime action. 117-113 win for the Rockets. KD leads 35 points, 5 and 6. Şengün with 30, 12 and 8. Reed Shepherd, your guy, 16 points. Look, Houston started the season 0-2 after everybody thought, oh my gosh, they're going to be so amazing, and then they started to doubt. And now they've won 9 of their last 10. See what happens when you start to doubt. The big thing last year was the offense. Like, what are they going to do? How are they lacking it? Not having a legit closer. That's all over and done with, you guys. Anybody surprised, Chandler, of how this has gone so far?
I am not. When you put Kevin Durant on a team and he is healthy and he's fitting in so well with Şengün, he's fitting in with this young core, and they've done a great job, honestly, with just a combination of young talent. And if OKC and San Antonio kind of weren't doing what they're doing, we would be talking about this young core with Thompson, with Şengün, with Jabari Smith Jr., with Reed Shepherd. They have so much talent. Then they go and bring in a guy like Kevin Durant, who is just fitting in seamlessly with Şengün. It's one of the better duos in the league. They're defending, scoring 125 points per game, so they're putting up at a really, really high clip. And now they have this closer in Kevin Durant, which last night just kind of showed what he can do. They can play through the big fella all night long. They can have Thompson kind of get downhill and initiate their offense. They have the true point guard, Reed Shepherd, that comes in. They have depth, they have size, they have a little bit of everything. When game on the line, you can go to KD, and you see him on the ISO. We've been doing that for 2 decades. So I'm not surprised. They're well coached, they defend, and they can score a lot of points. There's so many different ways they can hurt you offensively. And the setup of them, again, like I said, if OKC and San Antonio weren't doing all this crazy things and all this talent and all this assets that they have, we'd be talking about this team and this core a lot more.
Yeah, you remember when the season started and they were 0-2, and Kevin Durant said he was happy that everybody was walking around pissed off because that showed how competitive they were and how they wanted to change the tide in Houston, right? And now you look up, they won 9 out of 10 and they're rolling. And if you look at this combination of KD and Şengün, they're like a blast from the past. Like, you remember old school teams, you had a really good guard and you had a really good big. You could play pick and roll, you can space the floor. This is that in 2025 with these two guys. Like Şengün, they can play the pick and roll, or he can ISO, he can post up. KD obviously can shoot the basketball and score the basketball from anywhere. That gives you so much space, and now that makes it easier for your role players to even be successful when you got 2 different guys that can score the basketball and create so much spacing on the offensive end, and it's worked. Like, look at last night. They just took turns trying to win the game each. You know, KD hits a big shot. Now you can dump it into Şengün. This is a recipe for winning for Houston, man, and with these 2 guys. And it looks good. It looks great to watch.
And what a luxury for, like, the Thompsons, for the Smiths, to have all the attention basically on that duo. That's going to free up their development. It's going to free up their offensive game, and they're going to be able to kind of get off in certain areas that they weren't able to without Kevin Durant on the floor. And the fact that, think about it, Fred goes down. They still have guys like Clint Capella that's not playing. Dorian Finney-Smith, we haven't even talked about him once. He's going to be valuable once he comes back. So this team is also one of the deeper teams.
That's right.
Where they can go 10, 11, 12 deep. Josh Okogie's been solid. Adams has been solid. Like, they have so many guys, so many weapons where they can go small, they can go big, they can play fast, they can play slow. Like, they're one of the more versatile, deeper teams in the league.
Great role players, man.
Yeah. So let's, we always have to try to figure out lists and bests and all of that. Obviously, KD once played with a man named Steph Curry, but let's just put that aside. Is Şengün the 2nd best running mate he's had?
I mean, you can't overlook Westbrook.
I mean, that's why.
You can't overlook James Harden. You can't overlook Kyrie Irving.
Not overlooking.
These guys play with a lot of really, really
just
good
placing.
players.
We ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. It's a lot.
Fresh. It's fresh. They're figuring out something here, but those guys have history. Those guys have years. Those guys are first ballot Hall of Famers. Şengün is not quite there yet. He is an unbelievable talent, and his game is kind of taken to the next level. But no, I mean, with the names that we just listed, those guys are shoe-in Hall of Famers. Those guys are multiple All-Stars, MVPs. Like, Kevin Durant's played with a lot.
And I don't know if they get the opportunity to play with each other long enough as teammates. I had to clean that up because I already know how you operate.
It's already too late. You already said it.
I don't know if they have the time to establish that type of synergy that these other guys did. Like, they fell short in Brooklyn, but Kyrie Irving was there. James Harden was there. And Kyrie is a champion. And so, like Chandler just mentioned, those guys have a laundry list of accomplishments that they've created. I don't know if Sengun and KD have the time to build that same type of synergy as well together.
Well, what about the style? Not necessarily comparing the talent levels of it, but the style and how it allows KD to play. I mean, he's been very complimentary of
I think it's still being written. Now, what I do like is I like the way that they do play together. Like, those two guys are a great 1-2 punch, but it's still being written. Like, we're still early in the season. And again, this is a team that had some adversity to start the season. It looked like they figured it out. It looks like this is going to be a team to deal with. We said it preseason, all the teams down in Texas are going to be a problem. Every single one of them, and, with the exception of Dallas, Houston, and San Antonio, they've held their end of the bargain. So this story is still being written. I would like to see what happens. You know, come All-Star break, let's look at their record. Let's look at how much noise they've made, but it's still being built. I like it.
Yeah, and Sengun, again, I don't want to discredit what he's done and the leap he's taken, but playing with a big guy like that sees the floor like he does, he's very similar to Jokic in that where you can play through him, he can be aggressive, you can give him to him off the block, he can get a defensive rebound, he can initiate the offense. So that's, I think, early on this season when we were concerned of the point guard position. Are they going to start Amen Thompson? He's going to be out of position. When you have a guy like him, it's such a luxury because 1 through 5 can bring it up. 1 through 5 are interchangeable. You can start the offense with anybody on the floor when you have a center like him. Yeah. So it's a huge luxury to play with a guy like that. And although, yes, this is Kevin Durant's team, I think, and that's the thing. When you not look at this, when you knock Kevin Durant for going to the Warriors, every team he's been on, he's been the best team, and he's still doing that right now. So the success they're having, it starts and ends with Kevin Durant, and for them to actually be that contending team, he's gonna have to do things like this and stay consistent and stay healthy.
Where are they right now on your 1-2 punch tier?
I mean, you can't really overlook the Thunder. You can't really overlook the other team that's ahead of them in the West right now, the Nuggets, because they've been consistent. They've been doing it for a while with Jokic and Murray. But when you look at the versatility that these two bring, they're a top duo for sure. I don't know rankings-wise what they would be right now, but top 3 maybe. Like they're really, really good.
Top 3 is kind of a big deal. We'll take top 3.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take top 3. Stat line-wise, everyone loves to look at stat lines and try to figure out how it matches. Where's the pattern? Well, KD's this year is very similar to that first championship year that he had with the Warriors. Again, it's about the style, not about the talent of the other players on the roster. This feels perhaps like natural fit-wise, this might be the best that he's had since.
Yeah, it looks right. It looks right. Like with this team, again, he and Sengun, they're going to be the 1-2 punch, and then they have a bunch of guys around them that understand their roles, that understands their positions and what they bring to the table. I think that's great for him. You know, his last few stops, he's been on teams with other superstars. He's been on teams with other guys that can go out and get 25, 30 in any given night. And so that has taken some adjustments, and he's tried to play basketball the right way in those groups. You know, even when he was with Golden State, he went out and said, yeah, like, I'm Kevin Durant. I can go out and get 50 at any given time. I'm just trying to play the right way. I'm trying to play team basketball. I'm trying to play system basketball. And he went out the very next night and literally had 50 points just to show if I wanted to be selfish, if I wanted this to be all about me, I can go out there and I can do that. Brooklyn was the same thing. On a team with a James Harden, with a Kyrie Irving, you kind of got to find a place. You got to find your spots to go out and be aggressive. Then obviously you go out to Phoenix, same scenario. But now here in Houston, Sengun is going to get 30 shots a night. KD is going to get 25 shots a night, and they don't even need that many shots if they want, because look how efficient he is. He's doing this on 16 shots a night.
51 from the field and 40
like
from
he doesn't even need it. So again, like a natural fit. He knew that this offseason, I need to go somewhere where I can play basketball naturally and be myself. Like, this guy's a basketball savant. Anywhere he go, he's going to change culture, and it's been great for him in Houston, but it's been a great fit so far.
Yeah, we're talking about Kevin Durant, right? We're talking about one of the greatest players of all time. And just, I think now at this point, when a lot of guys say, I just want to go somewhere and I want to win and I want to fit in, he's actually doing that. And he's making the guys around him better while he's still getting his game off at a crazy efficient clip. And this, like I said, when he goes to the Warriors and they were talking about, oh, he's ring chasing, he's super team, he was still the best player on those teams. And now he's doing the same thing here. Now they have a lot of work to do to get to that championship level and to get to where the Warriors were. But this is a great start. Like I said, when you look at the trade assets this team has, when you look at the young talent this team has, mixed with the vets they have, this team is really, really dangerous, and they're super well coached.
And you know what? Just a little tidbit to look back when he got so much criticism about going to Golden State. Now that a lot of his career has panned out, I think people forget, like, we're talking about it now. He's always just wanted to play basketball the right way. And he's a hooper. He's a savant. So when you look back at that Golden State team, them beating OKC aside, they play basketball the right way. And I think he just wanted to be a part of that culture. And since then, he's been chasing that feeling, and I think he's found it in Houston.
Yeah, like when the Warriors were busting our ass we were playing, didn't you want to go over there too?
Everybody.
You blame him?
Everybody
I want to go
playing
that offense and shoot all these threes. Shit, I want to do that too. Can't knock him.
I'll never get it, but that's all right. It's over, it's done, and he did what he did. We got some hot headlines. Scorching, really, now. Mavericks, we got to get you up to date on some of the things that have been going on down in Dallas. So, reported by Chris Mannix that Mavs minority owner Mark Cuban is back at the table, and that, quote, radical roster changes have already been discussed. Radical is a wild word right there, because that could mean anything, Chandler. How are you feeling about this?
I like this. I think what they need to do with this new ownership group, with all the drama that's surrounding this entire franchise, is get fresh faces in there that you know, that you love, that you respect. And this wasn't long ago where this franchise was in the top of the league and in the NBA Finals. So I think this is a great move. I said last week, I think they should hire Dirk. I think she should get back to the roots of that.
Yeah, but you don't say how they hire Dirk. Like, I mean,
well,
just
I get it. He's not just going to be the GM. He's
got a good job right now.
Why is JJ Barea a coach on the Denver Nuggets right now and not the Dallas Mavericks? Why is Jason Terry, who's loved in Dallas, why is he in Utah? Like, those are the things that I think this franchise is missing and blowing, where those people they're loved. They are extremely loved there. And now there's this new ownership that knows nothing about basketball, and the fans know nothing about them, and they're coming here and they're disgruntled and they're frustrated, and people aren't going. When you see streaks of season ticket sellout, home sell games ending, that's not good. You are losing the fan base. You are losing the most important people in this city and the franchise. So I love the idea of getting Cuban back there. I love the sell for him initially. He made a lot of money. He can basically be their mascot and did not have to front the bill anymore. It's great for him. But now how this season's starting, with the whole Luka thing, with all the Nico drama, I think this is a great fresh start to be like, look, I'm back. We got this. Let's start getting some familiar faces in here and kind of turn this thing around, because we still do have talent. We still did just get Cooper Flagg, who's 18 years old and going to continue to get better. And we still have a lot of moving pieces. We still have an all-NBA point guard that's going to be back at some point this season. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, but, man, the beginning of this season has been hell.
What does a radical change mean?
Right.
To me,
it means look, shop Anthony Davis, what that means.
Period.
Yeah.
And that's it, right? Obviously, you don't move Kyrie Irving.
No.
Maybe you have a conversation about Jason Kidd. When things go like this, the coach is always looked at as well. But this is obviously just about AD.
Yeah.
Clearly.
But do you need Mark Cuban to come back in to do that?
Yes.
I just think right now with no...
Why?
Think about right now it's just going to be an interim GM, right? They're not going to go and hire someone. Maybe this summer, I mentioned the name Dennis Lindsey. I know that name's being thrown around, and he's done a great job in his career, but I think they wait to go through this season, see how bad it gets, see if they can possibly turn this thing around. But, yeah, I think you look at J. Kidd. I think you look at every single option for Anthony Davis right now, and you see all those reports coming about. Nico tried to rush him. Dumont tried to not. And that's the worst thing they could do, is rush this guy back, because their only way to kind of recoup something from that trade is to have him healthy and on the floor and not let this calf get any worse than it is.
Yeah.
So when you look at this roster, and they do have some pieces, like they do have like the Liveleys, the Gaffords, Klay Thompson, you hear his name now. There's some pieces there, but to really get whole again and to kind of get the ball rolling is Anthony Davis getting moved.
Yeah. And to answer your question, Beads, why should Mark Cuban be involved in this? You're there anyways. You're already there. You understand the culture. Not only do you understand the culture, you're part of creating the culture. We've always seen you. You've always been frontline. You know what this city needs. You know what this organization needs. You know what it looks like to be successful in Dallas if you're Mark Cuban, and you care. right? Like, this is something that he's obviously passionate about. This is his baby. This is something that he's built and been a part of. And so even in the minority space, I think it's important for him to be back at the table and have some input on getting this thing back on the right track. Like, listen, 24 years of sellouts, and then that ends, and all of that talent that you have on that roster, that needs to be addressed. And listen, he's invested as well. So with all things considered, if Mark Cuban is going to sit sideline, and with the way that this thing is going, this is a baby that he's built. This is a brand that he's been hands-on from day one. Hey, I want to see this thing be successful and be right away as well. So if I'm here, I'm back at the table.
Yeah, if you've been watching games since the sell, he's been at just as many as he was before.
He's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah.
He's still lit on the sideline. He's still just peppering the ref. Like, he is still very much involved. I think now with these extreme circumstances of obviously firing Nico, the whole trade, there's an obligation on Mark Cuban to kind of be like, look, I'm not just going to abandon ship here. I know I cashed in. I know financially I did a great deal, but I'm not just going to let this franchise go to hell in a handbasket just because I sold. There's no way he's going to let that do it. He's going to be very involved moving forward.
So it was reported by Tim McMahon that Patrick Dumont was requesting medical data that shows, which is interesting, that Anthony Davis is not at risk of aggravating that left calf strain before he's even allowed to return, because you don't want to have, like a Tyrese Halliburton situation. The calf strain situation is always weird. It always leads to something else. Then Shams yesterday reporting that it's going to take another 7 to 10 days at least to continue to rehab the calf. I just feel like I'm stuck in a horrible deja vu about this.
You can't control injuries, first of all.
How do you
so
show data, though?
And also as an owner, aren't you seeing all the data on every single player and their injury and all the analytics of it all? But
do you even know what you're looking at?
I get when it's a calf, when it's a hamstring, and something like that, and you're flirting kind of with that Achilles, obviously.
But you don't know what you're looking at.
Back.
How many times you go to the doctor, you get 90 tests done, they send you results, you're like, thank you?
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
You still need somebody else to explain to you what you're looking at.
So it doesn't matter.
And again, what's he rushing back for? Like I just said, the only way to recoup anything is to have him healthy and have his trade value as high as possible. Obviously, they need him on the floor to win games. They need him on the floor to prove that he can stay healthy, which has been a problem of his entire career.
Sure.
But when I'm Anthony Davis, too, I'm looking at this team. I'm like, we are 14th in the conference. This season is damn near.
Look at him without him.
What's the benefit of coming back?
Why come back to this?
Rushed or early, anyways. What is the benefit? The season is already in shambles. At the least, come back and be healthy for yourself. Whether you get traded or whether you're back on the floor with the Mavs, you want to give yourself the best opportunity to be yourself. You know what I mean? So if I'm Anthony Davis, I'm taking 14 days. I want to make sure my thing is right, and I'm gonna buy some time and let y'all figure this thing out.
Is it too early to say they're one game out of the play-in? Like, is the season really a wash?
Not yet.
Anthony Davis is only, let's say, a week. Kyrie Irving's coming back as well.
We did this last year.
I'm just saying.
We 100% sure Kyrie Irving's coming back.
I'm not ready to throw the towel in on the whole season, but I just think for them to kind of make changes, obviously they're going to need Kyrie Irving. They're going to need to keep developing Cooper Flagg. Lively's been missing games. Klay Thompson's going to get better. I've never seen him shoot this poorly. I'm just saying, I'm not ready just to write the whole season off because the start.
With the optimism.
I'm not.
Well, mathematically,
I know you got.
Listen,
I know you got homies over there.
It's not even because that. I'm just. I can't.
why don't you go work there?
They should.
It's over.
What would you do?
It's over.
I would not have traded Luka Doncic.
Okay, well, you already did that, so now what?
That's dead.
I would make.
That ship has sailed. What else?
I don't know who else would do that, and I would do exactly what I'm hearing the reports are. I would shop Anthony Davis. I would try and recoup picks. I would try and build around the existing talent I have, the PJ Washington, the Cooper Flagg, and I would bank on Kyrie Irving, which is tough.
Let me ask you a question.
Coming off that injury,
let me ask you a question. If you can put your name in a hat and say the Clippers, the Memphis Grizzlies, or the Dallas Mavericks are going to come in with that last 10 spot, who are you picking?
Oh, dang.
Not the Grizzlies.
Okay, that's,
I know you
50-50.
picking. So, but you just try to. Okay, good. I'm glad you.
Really?
Way to be a real one.
But also, I think the Clippers and the Mavs are both better than the Jazz, the Blazers, and the Suns. Like I think there's a lot. We're getting way ahead of ourselves, but I think there's a lot of wiggle room.
No, we're not.
Because when this team peaks and they run off 15 of 20, they're going to be right there.
When will they do that?
Next month.
Okay, well, the genie in the bottle that you have.
I'm just saying, it's a horrific start, and there's been so much drama and so much negativity around this franchise. It can only go up from here.
That's not
No,
true.
it can't.
And that is
You think they see, but they won last night.
That's not how life works, dude. There's still a down.
Nope, I'm not ready to write this team off. Too much talent.
You trade
first of all,
Anthony Davis
we're not writing them off.
in 2 weeks. This gets worse.
Or not.
Unless.
Temporarily, I think it gets worse.
Okay, let's do this, because we keep saying trade Anthony Davis. It's such an easy sentence to blurb out, but then you're like, well, where's he going and what are you getting back? So let's play a little potential trade time. And we're going to start with the tattoo on his arm, Chicago. I know, I made you look. The Bulls, all right? So we're going to break that down. The idea that he would go back there would be cool for him, I would think. Gets to go home.
I like this. I think it's a good story. I think it's a capable team. They got off to a hot start. That, by the way, whoa, I think they've lost like 5 in a row.
Yeah, they have.
All you Josh Giddey loser fans, get
and
out of my DMs.
And they just got Kobe White back.
Because
where you were hearing from?
Oh, get a grip.
Yeah, I heard from some too.
Listen, it always going to level out. And again, I love Billy Donovan. This team got off to a hot start. I love certain players on their team. We knew this wasn't going to last. Now you add Anthony Davis to this team and you make a splash and possibly get the best version of this dude where he's from in his hometown. I really like this. And I like possibly what they could get back. They could get a Kobe White.
Devil's
they could get
advocate.
They have.
Why would the Bulls do this trade?
Well, that's all. I'm thinking Mavs.
Because here you got Vucevic and Okoro.
Okay, you bring in.
Why would I do
Well,
that?
because I think they peaked. I think the Bulls are the opposite. I think they peaked 10 games in the season. I think the Mavs have.
These are the same. This is the same lump of talent that you've seen what they've done in the East. What do you think is going to happen in the West, my brother? Like, that is a tall task to ask these same guys that'll let the wheels fall off in the East. And Vooch is my brother, by the way. But the proof is in the pudding. This is not a great mix. Now, if he can get a fresh start and do something great in Dallas, then so be it. But we know that the West is nothing to be played with. And it's a tall task to ask these guys to come in with all of this stuff and ask them to turn around your franchise.
Give me a Vooch and Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, and some picks.
I'm agreeing with you.
White?
I'm just saying, give me 2 starters and some picks that kind of start building around with DJ and Cooper.
The goal is in the picks.
You got to recoup some picks.
This is a great draft class of young guys. The goal is in the picks. Other than that, I think with these veteran guys, I don't think they move the needle for the Dallas Mavericks.
Are we being, and again, I don't have to force in the race.
Anthony Davis too high?
Yeah, are we being a little too optimistic?
No, because when he is on the floor, which is a big if.
That's a huge win.
He is so good and he is so dominant. But it's just, again, that's always the question. When there's certain players that you have to always worry about how much are they going to play, he's one of them. The Joel Embiid, the Zion. He's not to that extreme. But you always have to factor him missing a big chunk of the season, and that does go in. I understand if you're Chicago Bulls and you're nowhere near a contender, but you do have kind of a buzz around you right now. You found something in Josh Giddey. You've kind of built this core. You could bring in Anthony Davis right now. It's a big name, make a splash. Again, he's from there. I think we would see the best version of him. I just think on paper, it could work.
Okay. All right,
who else?
Listen, I'm agreeing.
I don't hate it.
I like him going to Chicago for all the sentimental reasons. I don't know basketball-wise if this changes anything for either team. But I do like this trade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the trade.
Yeah, like what? Are we still going to hold him as like, oh, he'd be the best going back?
For what?
To Derrick Rose, if he ended up in a Chicago Bulls uniform, is that the best player since?
Again, what version are we going to get of him?
The version he is now. That comes with all of the ifs.
I think
you got to go with what you see, Chandler, not what you've seen.
Whoa.
That's a bar.
That's deep. That's deep. I see it. I see it both. I think this could work out both ways. I really do. Now there's a couple other teams.
Thank you for not understanding how television works. I appreciate you doing that.
Well, I felt like you were about to go to a different segment.
No, I go to another one. Here we go. Let's go to Golden State. The Warriors.
I'm rusty. I took last week off.
I know. I'm a little out of it.
Still don't feel great.
This one I find interesting specifically because of what the Warriors, because of the Kuminga of it all, and he just seems to always be in flux there. So the idea would be, and then, by the way, Boogie put this out there, and the internet seemed to have loved the idea of him going there, with maybe both sides winning. You get Kuminga, you get a fresh start for him in Dallas with Cooper Flag. What do we make of that one, Lou?
I like this one as well. I like this one as well, especially for Dallas. As many young pieces as you can possibly get right now. Get rid of all of the old. Let's start fresh. Let's start new, with the exception of Kyrie Irving. You know, obviously, Kyrie is going to be your point guard of the future, but even still, he's 35, 36 years old. I hope I'm not aging him. I think he's in that range. So you still have an opportunity to have a veteran leadership at that point guard position. You bring in a Kuminga, you add him with a Cooper Flag and some other young pieces. I really like this a lot for Dallas, and I like it for the Warriors as well. They've shown the more talent that they can have the more they're going to make a splash in the West. And obviously you put him with Steph Curry and Draymond. I think if you put anybody with those two guys, including Jimmy Butler, you give yourself an opportunity to win a lot of basketball games.
Did we hella age him?
He's 33, right?
He's 32.
Did I? Oh, wow. 32?
Yeah, he'll be 33 in March.
I put a lot on him, but
it felt like
coming off an Achilles and being 32 years old, I think he takes care of himself enough where he still plays a lot of good basketball. So you have another 3 to 4 year window where you can get some good basketball out of Kyrie Irving, pair that with some young guys. I think you make some waves. So my bad for making them so up.
It's all right.
You know,
it's not your fault.
I like this for the Warriors because they're pretty much already all in, right? And it's kind of not enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're a good team. They're going to win some games. They have Steph Curry. They have Jimmy Butler, Jalen Green. So if you can keep that core together and you can get off Kuminga, who I don't think is long-term there anyways, just because everything that he's went through. And you have a pause that you can throw in. Will Richard's been the rookie from Florida who's been super surprising. They have some pieces that I think are attractive to other teams, but this team's already older. This team is already built right now to win, and what they have constructed I don't think is enough. So, yeah, I like adding Anthony Davis to this core, maximize the end of the Steph Curry era, and try and go all in. And Mike Dunleavy has shown that he's willing to do that with the whole Jimmy Butler situation. He's willing to do that with just giving Kuminga the 2-year deal, kind of a little trial here. But I think it's an attractive piece for Kuminga and Cooper Flagg to have a dynamic wing kind of grow together in Dallas. So I don't hate this one either.
And you know what else on the Wizards on the Warriors side? A lot of those three guys, from Draymond to Steph to Jimmy, they're durable guys. So even if you bring over a AD and he goes out with another injury or something like that, your ship is still stuck.
And they'd be really good defensively.
Just feels like a bunch of fifth-year seniors. Like you're throwing them all together.
It's
like the vets. This is the vet team. All right, we're going to take a quick break just so we can gather our thoughts. We'll be back with some more Run It Back.
Run it back, run it up, run it back.
Rookies have been doing some work. We're going to power rank them right now. You guys are going to power rank them right now. I'm going to take this one off. Go ahead. Take it away, Chandler.
Okay, at number 5, we are going to have 2 Charlotte Hornets in here. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
Really?
But yeah, we're going to go. Wow. Player 5 is Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Nice.
7'1", mobile big out of Creighton, 2nd-round pick. I think when you have a struggling team like this, you're going to be able to feature younger rookie kids. This guy's getting an opportunity right away. He's playing over 25 minutes a game, and he's kind of shown his worth. He's alternate shots at the rim. He's rebounding. He's finishing. He's starting, I think, every single game this year. So he is going to be kind of that Walker Kessler type player for this team moving forward, and one of those young core pieces that they're going to need to keep getting better.
Yeah, really good young rim protector. Like, you can see it in the clips. He's protecting the rim. He's finishing as well. The surprising stat for me, he got over 10-plus steals, right? So his hands are active. He's doing everything that he needs in the paint to keep them going. So I like him right here at number 5. And at number 4, I got my guy Cedric Coward from the Memphis Grizzlies.
Great story.
Yeah, started this season off hot, has a tremendous story from D3 to get into the position that he's in. Even in a lot of these games, the Memphis Grizzlies are featuring him in fourth quarters, putting the ball in his hands to make plays for them and make shots. He's doing that at a high clip. Obviously, when you're going through the things you are going through with the Memphis Grizzlies, it's hard to have some bright spots, but Cedric Coward is one of those.
Yeah, I just love the fact that where he's come from, the story he had, and now he kind of embodies that whole grit and grind culture of Memphis too. So I think he's going to be valuable for them moving forward. Number 3, a little bit of a surprise here, but Cooper Flagg, obviously number 1 pick, high expectations. I think playing him at a position did not do him many favors early on. Obviously, put him at point guard. He's still averaging 15, 7, and 3. And this dude is he's 18 years old. Him and LeBron James are the only 18-year-olds to ever have 25-plus point games. In the last 4 games, his numbers are even better. He's getting more efficient, getting closer to that 50% from the field mark. So I think we have not even seen the best, not even close to the best of what we're going to see of him. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because the Mavs are going to need him to be great to turn this season around. And the potential is still through the roof for this kid.
Oh, yeah. And at number 2, we got VJ Edgecombe. He has the potential to be a brand-new Broad Street bully down there in Philly. Had one of the highest debuts in scoring since Wilt Chamberlain. I like this. Listen, I like what I've seen from VJ early on. Him and Tyrese Maxey, they're going to be the backcourt of the future for the Philadelphia 76ers. Plays with a lot of confidence. He can score the basketball. He also defends on the other end of the floor. He's fearless, one of those type of guards. I love what he's been able to do. So right now, I like him at number 2. He's averaging 15, 5, and 4. Nothing to sniff your nose at. And also playing a ton of minutes. He's going to get a lot of experience when you play 37 minutes a game as a rookie.
And I think what's going going to help him is I think Philly's going to kind of be in the mix, right? I think he's going to end up winning Rookie of the Year.
Valuable,
I can't not think of that first game of his career where he went berserk.
That was
most
nuts.
points in Will Chamberlain or something. So I love his game. He does not play like a rookie. But at number 1 right now with the small samples we have is Con Knipple. I love to say his name.
I know you do,
and he's
buddy.
putting up great numbers. Listen to these 3 facts.
So
about
immature.
this guy.
Grow up.
First player in NBA history with 150+ points and 30+ threes in the first 10 games in NBA history. Fastest player to ever reach 30 made threes.
What?
And only rookie of the season to have 3 straight 20-ball games. This kid is a robot, and they you can put him on any single team right now, and he's going to be a valuable player. He defends. Big 6'6", 6'7" guard. He's got an absolute clip on him. He's going to be one of the perennial shooters in this league for years to come. So shout out to them. Again, Hornets, I don't know if it's a great thing. You got 2 rookies in the power rankings, but the development, the core, obviously Brandon Miller being out has been great for the development of Con Knipple. So we'll see how his production kind of changes when they get a B. Miller back. But a lot of good talent, a lot of young talent in the league.
Dylan Harper got hurt, otherwise he'd be on the list.
Dylan Harper would definitely be in there.
I feel like there's money to be made here, unless I'm missing something. And the odds makers are, I guess, doing name recognition, because the fact that Cooper Flagg is still the best odds on, but he's not playing that way.
I think the numbers are all going to be similar. I think if I had to pick like a rookie of the year right now, like I said earlier, I think it's going to be VJ. I think he's going to have more of those explosive games, and their team is going to be the most relevant team of that list.
Yeah, Chandler made a great point. He's going to play valuable minutes. Like, these aren't just let me put him out there just so he can play. Like, they're going to be in some matchups, some real matchups, and they're going to need him in those games. He's a valuable piece for the 76ers, and because of that, I give him the edge over these other guys because of the scenario that he's in. So, listen, if I'm a betting man, I'm definitely putting VJ down as my rookie of the year right now.
37 minutes a game.
Right.
Like, he's got opportunity.
But a lot of these guys are playing high 30s, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of them are playing
for Con.
But again, it comes down
Coop.
to how meaningful are the minutes, and I think he's going to play the most meaningful minutes.
Yeah.
Could take a quick break. On the other side, we have a guest.
We do.
Yes, sir.
Wendell Carter.
In very, very late and is
Fur
joining
pillows.
us
That
today.
boy getting money.
We'll be back.
Run it up, run it back, yeah. Run it up, run it back.
This became
Wendell Carter Jr.
right now. I love the game.
Wendell Carter Jr.
Never, I'm a rider.
Woo! All right, welcome Wendell Carter Jr. to the show. God, by the way, thank you for coming on. I know you guys got in super late last night after a tough OT loss to the Rockets, but you know what? Let's not concentrate on that right away, because you guys have been doing something. You feel like
Right
there's
away.
yeah. We'll get to
that.
it eventually. 6 of 8. What have you guys found in the last 14 games or so?
Oh, just sticking to our identity. Something that we've been, kind of been our staple for the past 2 or 3 years is just being a great defensive team, holding teams under their average. So we're kind of getting back to the identity after adding, guys like Desmond and Tyus, our 2 rookies. So we're kind of starting to find our identity again. And then offensively, just taking our shots when they're there.
I like that. I like that Franz Wagner's got the mask on, just from a completely not basketball standpoint, because then Paolo's like, he looks savage, should keep it on.
Yeah.
Are we,
for sure.
Is that mentally where we are? We're doing that?
Nah, for sure. I told him he looks good every time. So.
Wendell, you had to go play, a lot of minutes last night against Alperen Sengun, and how do you describe going up against him? Is it similar kind of coverage as when you face a Jokic? Because this dude seems like he's made a leap, and he just looks like an absolute tough cover.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a tough cover for me. I feel like, Jokic is definitely on a different level, in my opinion, and just their style of play over there in Denver is a lot different than the Rockets. But like you said, he is a talented player, gifted offensive player. And I'm always ready for that challenge every night when I play against guys like him.
And obviously this summer you guys go and you add Desmond Bane, which I thought is exactly what you need. Got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but I feel like ever since that game winner against Portland now, it's taken off a little bit. What's his addition brought to this current Orlando Magic team?
The biggest thing that we needed was shooting. He's came in, he's been that guy, like you said, he kind of started off kind of rough, but, we're not expecting him we didn't expect him to be just perfect when he came in, so we understood, he's a human, so he's just kind of getting his feel, getting his flow, and like you said, you know, he's definitely turned it up since that Portland game for sure.
Now I want to go a different direction. You know, I've been out the game a few years now, and I know down in New York City, y'all got a big win on Paolo's 23rd birthday. What can you tell me, man? What was the vibes? How did y'all celebrate?
I know if Donnie McGrath was there, it was lit.
What can you tell me? What was the vibes?
We didn't stay over, so we didn't really get to celebrate that night. So
that's emotional.
It was
That's where all those reports are coming from that Paolo and him are beefing because of that flight right there. Breaking news. Don't smoke the star player on his birthday.
No, but I want to ask you, what's his offensive game like from previous generations, playing with a guy like that? What can you tell me about being teammates with a guy like Paolo?
Man, Paolo's gifted, man. And the craziest part about it is I feel like he's not even in his prime yet. You know, he's still figuring out his body, still figuring out himself. You know, the sky's the limit for that kid. You know, at that size, being able to do what he does with the ball. He's been great defensively this year. That's, you know, an area I feel like he's taking more pride in. But like I said, man, he's still learning his game. He's still understanding, you know, picking his spots on the floor, when to take the jump shots, when to get downhill, exposing mismatches. Like, he's a guy that you want on your team, and he just plays the game the right way. He's not like a guy who's just going to go out there and just take every shot because you know he can. He just plays the right way because he wants to win.
Yeah, another guy that does that is Franz Wagner, and I feel like for whatever reason, he doesn't get the love, he doesn't get the recognition. Even on our show, I feel like we don't talk about this kid enough, and he's so good, and his production is undeniable. Why do you think that is? Why do you think he just doesn't kind of get the coverage these other guys get when his numbers are similar or better?
I think it's just a small market team that we're in. Just being down here in Orlando, you know, even Paolo, in my opinion, doesn't get the coverage that, you know, I think he deserves. So, in my opinion, I just blame the market because those guys are putting up phenomenal numbers. You know, for the past 2 or 3 years, you know, they've turned this franchise around. So I'm just gonna blame it on that.
I don't hate that. I mean, what else is there? What are y'all doing? What's going on in Orlando? You can't be paying more attention. By the way, what's it like having brothers on the team like that with Mo there? I mean, I always kind of find that fascinating, get to work with your brother. Is it like a friendly competition always?
Yeah, I mean, just Mo as a person, you know, he's one of those energetic guys, you know, when he's out there, even when he's not, since he hasn't been playing, he's been bringing a lot of energy that we've needed. You know, he's one of those guys that you love to play with but hate to play against. And then those two together, they have great synergy. You know, they just bring a lot of great energy to this team. So, you know, night in and night out, you know, we're always on a good level. So it's unique seeing those two guys together for sure. And then they always speak in German and stuff around the facility. So
are you picking any up? Like, are they teaching anything?
Oh,
good?
Nah.
That's all I got. That's all I got. My bad.
Nothing? That's all. But you know what? I'm actually shocked Chandler had that, to be quite frank.
I played with Dirk.
You know what? You're right.
What that mean? What that mean? You just said.
Thank you. I think, right?
Okay.
He ain't got a lot for you, bro. Don't worry. I
started sweating when you asked me. Damn it, Wendell.
That's too much. It's too much. You guys have already played the Celtics twice. The Jaylen Brown thing, the hair dye. I'm only asking because as a woman. No, I need to ask.
Yeah, from here on out, this interview has nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah, no, but now we're getting for real. Because we get makeup on people when you hug someone in a suit.
Yeah.
How did that, was there, did y'all get some? Like, how does that work? Does it come out?
First off, shout out to JB, man. That's my guy. That's my Atlanta brother, man. Shout out to JB for sure. Yeah, that's a unique situation we got going on, for sure. You know, back-to-back games like that. We was wearing black that night, so we didn't have to worry about that.
I love the fact that he's owning it, though. He's owning it.
He definitely is.
Now he's got prior. He's got multiple. He's got to.
I love the fact that he does. You're a mature man if you can make fun of yourself.
Nah, for sure.
Wendell, you've been balling lately, but I feel like what I've really seen just a difference is you at the rim, and you had a nasty dunk on my boy Denny, you know, last week. Where does that one rank for you of all the bodies you've caught in your career?
It's definitely top 5 for sure. Yeah. Most of my bodies have been.
You don't gotta always just pick on the white boy at the rim in the NBA. Classic. He tried to go verticality too, and just not happening.
He did. He definitely did.
Listen, Wendell, there was a lot of reaction online to this dunk, including from a girl, Angel Reese. and the internet was buzzing. There's a lot of speculation here. Now, this is an NBA show, but I need to know. Are you guys a couple? Are you guys dating? How'd this happen? I need details.
Nah, that's the homie for sure.
What?
We're locked in.
The homie.
That's the homie.
Y'all gonna find out when y'all need to find out.
All right. I thought I could
That's
just
my girl.
get it here.
That's my girl though. We locked in for sure.
Hey, listen,
I'm glad Chandler asked.
way to clean that up because you get that text message. Oh, homie?
Homie is rough.
Yeah,
like that's.
We're in the
Clean that
doghouse
up.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah,
I gave you a layup.
Yeah, I was gonna stay out of it, but my big homie, I was gonna give you some advice. Now, don't work that one out.
I'm glad Lou said something because he was going to be real silent on that topic altogether. By the way, you said that you and Angel would beat Asia Wilson and Bam Adebayo 11-0.
All-Star weekend. Sign us up.
Setting it up.
And then she went on and won all the awards. So are we still good on
Right.
that choice that we would beat them?
Shit, I'm a competitor. I ain't gonna say that they gonna win. You know what I mean? Shout out to Bam and Asia though. You know, Asia's one of the best to ever do it already. Bam is doing his thing. I'm always gonna ride with the home team for sure.
Love it. Wendell, College Hoops is also back. Blue Devil, obviously I'm a Gator. We're trying to go back-to-back. And we play you guys, I think, for the first time at Duke this year, December 2nd. So we got the automatic hundo on that. But what do you
for sure.
What do you think of Cam Boozer? Obviously, there's a lot of noise about him. Will he be the next #1 pick from Duke? Because obviously you have, a line of, historic guys coming out of there.
Man, he has a great opportunity. There's a lot of good guys in college right now, but he's doing his thing so far. I've even talked to Coach Shire about him. Let him know, man, you got you another dog over there, man. And I think the sky's the limit for that kid, man. He looks good. The games that I've seen him play in, he's not forcing anything. He's playing the game the right way. So, and he's putting up those type of numbers. So that's a beautiful thing to see. And it's easy to translate into the NBA when you're able to play like that.
Have you seen his game kind of up close and personal? Like, did you go to Duke this summer? Do you get to work out with those guys ever anymore or not really?
No, I haven't. I've been meaning to get up there, but I haven't been able to get up there.
No.
Boogie dropped this in the meeting the other day about, and this has nothing to do with basketball, by the way, but there's a McDonald's in Orlando that's like the biggest McDonald's in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And they serve spaghetti. And
out by Dr. Phillips.
First of all, you not telling us that is weird.
We don't go to McDonald's for burgers.
Have you been? I know, but spaghetti?
Have you been to the McDonald's out there?
Have you been to this one?
I haven't. I haven't been to McDonald's in probably like the last 10 years.
Same.
So.
Yeah, I don't care what they sell it. Stay away. I don't care.
Guys,
Yeah, for sure, right?
Stay away.
Price Mart.
Cheesesteak.
It's massive.
I know.
I haven't been since I was a kid. But
I can't believe you didn't tell us and Boogie did. That made no sense to me. But by the way, I know you did something special for veterans and their families last week in Orlando. You want to tell us about that?
Since I've been down here in Orlando, I've realized there's been a great presence of veterans down here. And I just saw it as an opportunity as just to do a small gesture for them. The Orlando Magic honor them every night before the national anthem. So it was something I just thought like, just to show a little love. I feel like sometimes we don't show the veterans a lot of love, when they fought for this country. So it was something I decided to do, and we're gonna try to make it even bigger next year.
Love it.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. I know you didn't get much sleep. We appreciate it, Wendell. Good luck the rest of the way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Yes, indeed.
Talk soon, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Run it up, run it back.
You buying that here. Charles Barkley said LeBron needs to retire soon because he hates to see great players out there struggling. Well, we haven't really seen that yet, but are you buying that this is the last season?
When has he struggled?
I haven't even seen that yet.
I haven't seen LeBron struggle.
Well, he's saying he doesn't want to see it.
He doesn't,
I don't think we will.
You might not
I don't
see
think
it.
he's the guy that's going to hang around averaging 8, 9, 10 points. I think LeBron, he takes such good care of his body. He's not going to play if he's not elite. And I haven't seen any signs of slowing down. So I also don't like when other people are telling other people when they should retire, when they should come back. No one knows LeBron James's body and career like he does. So I love Chuck, but I'm not buying this.
I'm buying for the reasoning, right?
Okay.
I don't we saw Charles Barkley go out sub into a game, get an honorary. They shoot
Something broke.
Get an honorary rebound. And then get subbed out of the game. You don't want to see that.
No, that ain't happening.
That hurts.
No, does he do the whole that's what it was. That's literally what it was. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No, I know, but that's not LeBron.
we don't. So to his point, we don't want to see that happen to LeBron. So I'm buying. I'm not buying that he should retire soon. Right off in the sunset when you feel it coming, and I'm in this position and I'm done. But I don't want to see LeBron in the position of a lot of our greats where that was the scenario. So for that reason, I'm buying what Chuck's saying.
How old was Charles when he retired?
Oof, I don't know, but also, we'll know when LeBron's retiring, right? He's going to do the whole tour.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to get an announcement. Don't you worry about that. Wemby leading all players in video views. Probably that Draymond Green one, am I right?
It took 52 minutes for us to talk about it.
NBA social media accounts this season. Are we buying, Lou, that the Frenchman will be the face of this league?
I'm buying, and a lot of those views are probably coming from my account.
No, me too.
You know how I feel.
I watched that video probably 1,000
Yeah,
times.
some of the things that we've seen him do on the basketball floor, I've never seen it. And I literally watch highlights and games, and I react as a child from school for the first time seeing something like, oh, I really get those interactions when I see that, man. So, yeah, I don't know why he can be the face of the league if he isn't already.
Yeah, he's
Americans, man, they don't like the French sometimes.
He's mesmerizing to watch. The two, he's French and he's big. Like, so you never really see that as the face. You see more Anthony Edwards type. You see more Anthony Edwards type. What?
No, that was wild.
Lou's on fire today.
I'm just saying.
Lou's become you, and you
cut it out.
It's Monday. It's
weird
on Monday.
It's just hard. It's hard for a Euro. It's hard for a big to be the face of a league.
You know what? I'm here for all of it. And Dad, you're going to have to just accept it because my dad's one of those weird Americans. All right, Kevin Durant. I think this one's kind of interesting. Kevin Durant said that Cooper Flag reminds him of his own journey and that he's going to end up being one of the best of all time.
You know what? KD has gotten nicer.
He's so complimentary.
He's giving Sengun compliments.
You know he openly smokes, so he's probably zenned out.
I love that, too.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this.
He's zenned out.
There's a lot of pressure.
I'm high right now.
Pressure and expectations for this kid coming in. And obviously the team's success is not where it needs to be. But you have to sit back and realize this kid is 18 years old. And this is still a process. And there's the amount of pressure and expectations he faces every single night he goes out there is going to be something. Guys are going to be gunning for him. He is on the scouting report as much as this team is banged up. But I think it's going to be a slow grind. I think, again, playing him out of position didn't do him any favors. But I agree with Kevin Durant. I still think this guy has the trajectory of being an all-time, all-star, 9, 10, 11-year all-star. Now, all-time great, I don't know. I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. But the potential is through the roof, and he's 18 years old. Like,
Keep telling yourself that. He's only 18.
Just embrace the process and the journey for this kid, because it's going to be a long time and it's going to be fun.
Lou, I like this one for you. Gilbert Arenas said that Luka would be ahead of SGA if their careers stopped right now. Are you buying that?
Okay. Does Luka have a championship?
He does not.
MVP?
I don't believe so, no.
No further questions, Your Honor?
You rest your case?
If we're talking about today,
Right now?
I think Luka will have all of those things when it's done at the entirety of his career. But if we're talking about today, I don't think so. But I also know Gil's game plan. He does things for clicks, and he's really, really good at
He's
it.
a contrarian.
Good job. You have Luka fans on my social media today upset that I said the truth.
Yep.
The two biggest honors are winning it all and winning the MVP, and SGA has both, and Luka doesn't have any. So I'm with Lou here, and
That must have hurt.
disagree.
That must have hurt for you to say that.
Didn't love it.
It was tough.
All right, 20 seconds
Growth.
left. Anybody have any more wisdom, Lou? Any more bars you'd like?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I think I'm all out of free game today, y'all.
I think we nailed that for a Monday, you guys. That's going to do it. Luckily for you, we'll be back.
Run it up, then run it back, yeah.